Do you have ADHD? Are you trying to successfully start or run a Pokemon business? Yeah, well, me too. What's up, Poke Crew? Today I want to talk to you guys about something that's a little bit personal to me. Not market charts or investing advice, but what it's like trying to run or start a Pokemon business with ADHD. I'm not talking about the eye hyperfocus for 12 hours and then suddenly become successful kind of ADHD. I mean the kind where you sit down with a plan and you get everything done besides the actual plan kind of ADHD. If you ever opened eBay to list cards and 2 hours later you're reorganizing your binder or trying to complete a master set, then yeah, this video's for you. A lot of people think that ADHD just means that you're energetic or you're unfocused, or they think it's this kind of hidden superpower where you're able to lock in and grind harder than everyone else. But for me personally, that's just never been my experience. My ADHD feels like having 10 tabs open in my mind at all times, and somehow none of those tabs is what I actually need. Starting tasks for me is hard, but finishing the task is even harder. And the crappy part about it is I'm not unaware of that. I'm fully aware of this. And I know what I need to do, and I want to do it. But my brain, it treats something very simple like it's just very heavy. Like listing a couple of cards or taking some eBay photos. It feels like it's weighing down on me to just get very simple things done. From the outside looking in, I'm pretty sure it looks like it's procrastination and it looks like I'm just lazy. But on the inside, it feels like it's friction. But on the other hand, Pokemon is a great hobby for somebody with ADHD because there's always new things. There's new sets, new promos, new drama, new grading companies. There's a lot to offer within the Pokemon community. And everything about it gives you dopamine, which can also be very dangerous with somebody with ADHD. Because instead of doing the boring stuff like listing cards or responding to people's messages, my brain wants to chase after the next best thing. Wants to look for cards for my own wish list. I'll tell myself I'm being productive because I'm researching. But in actuality, I'm just doom scrolling on TikTok or Instagram. So there's a very thin line, and Pokemon can kind of blur that. So let me walk you through a real world example. I'll sit down and I'll say, alright, today I'm going to be listing my cards. I'll open up the binder, take out the card, look at it, and I realize now it's a little bit off-centered. Great. Now I'm checking the comps for it. Now I'm checking the graded pop report. Next thing you know, I'm on YouTube looking up different grading companies. Then all of a sudden, I'm reorganizing my desk because it feels cluttered. Oh, and now look at that. It's now 3 o'clock in the morning, nothing's been shipped, nothing's been listed, and I've gotten absolutely nothing done. But somehow after that, I feel extremely exhausted. And that's the ADHD tax. Hard part about it is it's not even the distraction, it's the guilt that you feel afterwards. Because when you run a business, everything feels urgent and everything feels like it has to get done right now in this moment. When I end up doing something completely off track and I don't get what actually needs to be done, my brain just goes, you're lazy. Instead of my brain saying, today was hard, you had a bad day, it says, you procrastinate a lot and you suck. Now, even though that's a lie, it's a very convincing one. Especially when you see other content creators out there doing what they have to do to grow their business. You see them listing cards on TCG Player and eBay. You see them making content daily. And you see them working very hard. So I start comparing my output to theirs, not realizing that my brain is wired a little bit differently. And that comparison alone will make me freeze and not want to do anything at all. But I've learned a lot, and I've learned that I can't run a Pokemon business the same way that everybody else does because I'm just not the same like them. Motivation doesn't entice me. Pressure doesn't work for me. What actually works for me is telling myself I'm going to complete one thing today and just focus on that. Basically lowering my standards to just starting. I don't tell myself, hey, I'm going to list all of my cards today and get all of this work done. No, I say to myself, I'm going to list one card today. Sometimes that might turn into 5 cards, or sometimes it might just stay at 1 card. Either way it works, I'm still winning. I've also stopped forcing myself to try to do everything in one day. So now what I do is I say, okay, today is going to be my shipping day. Today is going to be my content day. And I realized that sometimes some of the days are just going to be me doing absolutely nothing, and that's fine. But instead of quitting, instead of giving up, I recollect myself and I try to do better the next day. Even though it's difficult having ADHD and trying to start or run this Pokemon business, I still love it. I still love Pokemon because it gives me structure when my brain doesn't want to cooperate. And it lets me build something that I can build at my own pace. I know it's not going to be perfect. I know it might not be consistent, but I know it's going to be honest. I also want to say this because I think it really matters. If I don't post every day, it's not because I've given up. Sometimes I just need a mental health day and I need time to recollect myself. It's like my woosah day and a day that my brain can just recharge so I don't burn out completely. I know that I'm still here. I'm still doing what I have to do to build the brand, and I haven't given up. I'm just doing it at my own pace, my own time, and in a way that my brain can sustain. So if you're rocking with me, I appreciate the grace more than you know. And if you like real Pokemon content, not just price charts, investing, or grading scandals, please hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and turn on your notifications for more real, honest Pokemon content. Now, I'm not going to promise that it's consistent, but I am going to promise that it's going to be real. I appreciate you. Peace.